Hi there, I'm Kathy and I'm here to tell you about peppermint oil. Before I get directly to peppermint, I want to read something to you from Dr. Hill's little booklet he put out on doTERRA essential oil chemistry. And Dr. Hill is the Chief Executive Medical Officer. Did I say that right? Anyways, wonderful person, does his homework, leads a huge pack of a herd nerd at doTERRA. That's a self name. So, oil's usage is linked to oil chemistry. So let me just read this little blurb. Again, everything is chemistry. Chemical structure influences how substances are absorbed and metabolized, how they smell, and what their biological activities are. By understanding the fundamentals of oil chemistry, you can learn to categorize oils by their chemical properties. This will help you understand how to use them effectively and how to share them with others. So also from this little booklet, I want to go to the two top chemical properties, which are menthol and menthone. Menthone, I'm not exactly sure the correct pronunciation, but it's also in that booklet. So the benefits of both of those are aromatically uplifting and energizing, supporting the effects of clear breathing, surface and skin cleaning properties, cooling and soothing effect on the skin. It helps maintain clean and fresh smelling mouth. It's an insect and rodent repellent. Here it just says insect, but I do know from my own experience, but also from many others who have used peppermint to deter mice from ravaging their cottage cupboards or even their homes. And I've done similarly in my own home. And then the last one on menthol is may support healthy cellular function and digestive health. Menthone, forgive me if I've said that incorrectly, it's energizing and uplifting, skin and surface cleansing, a cooling effect on skin, helps soothe the tissues, skin tissues, and may provide antioxidant support. So those two are the highest chemical constituents, say that one time fast, in peppermint. And then I'm going to, again, in the same booklet, just read a little bit from the peppermint section here. So when ingested, so doTERRA brand oils are safe for ingesting, for taking internally. It promotes healthy respiratory function and clear breathing, promotes digestive health when taken internally, but you can also dilute it with a little bit of carrier oil and apply it over the abdomen, the area that may be offended by a flu bug or something we ate. And also, it's a wonderful cooling agent for when we have moments of fever or a hot flash or anything like that. And it also repels bugs naturally. So we do need to become more and more concerned about not only what we're putting onto our own skin and our internal environment, but for many years now we've been very, very concerned about the herbicides and pesticides and things we're putting into our external environment. That has a ripple effect, a butterfly effect. So this affects that, and it can be quite negative, and we don't like that. No, we don't. Okay, so that is all I'm going to read from there. And then from one of my favorite reference books, peppermint encourages alertness and energy. Burns and sunburns, so very, very cooling. Do not apply butter. I don't know if any of you used to do that, but for some bizarre reason that became the thing to do when someone burned themselves. But here's a really great one, It assists us with memory issues and autism. So brain activities, brain inactivity. And so what we do is we apply it on the back of the neck near the brain, down the spine, and the bottoms of the feet. And the bottoms of the feet, which has been well documented, have large pores and gets drawn up into our circulatory system and zips through the body and does its thing, which is fantastic. So top properties, I'm just going to run through these again. Anti-inflammatory and analgesic, antispasmodic, warming, invigorating, cooling, expectorant, vasoconstrictor, and stimulating. So the warming and the cooling, although they seem opposing, it's a perception thing too. So peppermint is also in deep blue, which I'm sure if you're watching these videos or following doTERRA at all, you will have heard plenty about deep blue, which is a great muscle and joint rub. And people will sometimes describe it as hot and sometimes as cool. And it's just the way we sort of have to describe it. It's invigorating, that's for sure. So I want to go now to emotions and essential oils and tell you that the peppermint oil is known as, sorry, I forgot to mark this, the oil of a buoyant heart. And it goes through a great description on the effective use of peppermint when we're dealing with some pretty heavy issues. However, there's also a bit of caution there saying, like a crutch, don't lean on it too heavily for too long. We need to deal with those things and bring our heart, our well-being, back to a place of calm, stability, and allowing us to move forward. But if we constantly, rely on something to keep us happy, to keep us avoiding the issue, then long-term that's not going to work for us. Okay, so keep that in mind. So not only hot flashes and cooling for temperature and digestive, but it can get into some pretty serious and helpful uses for our mental health. So on that note, I'm going to just bring the star into the spotlight here. We have peppermint and we have, not sure why that's saying check it out, but it also comes in a beadlet form. And these little beadlets are teeny tiny. Don't know if you'll be able to see them. Very, very little. Okay? And what we can do with that, throw it under our tongue, just let it dissolve naturally, or you can bite it and get right to the matter at hand and enjoy its cooling and breath freshening properties. Another thing I've suggested to people is when we don't have the liquid form, you can take a beadlet and squish it onto your hand and then apply. It's great for headaches, and this I've heard from people, even migraine headaches. If you feel it coming on, apply some peppermint around the temples, away from the eyes, and you're good to go. Down the neck, stuff like that. When you have this liquid form, but you don't have the beadlets, another way to get them inside is to use a veggie cap. And these come empty. Whoops. They're empty, and you pull apart, put in a couple of drops into the 1/2 or 2/3, put the other part on, and then down it goes. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed learning about peppermint and all of its wonderful support that it lends us, all ages, all stages, and I'm enjoying this lovely peppermint beadlet right now. Have an awesome day. Take care. Bye!